Fala gurizada, tudo certo galera? Voltamos com mais um episódio de ENDERAL jogando aqui no PC, modificação para The Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. Vocês estão escutando um barulhinho de fundo? Galera, é a minha cadela bebê que tá fazendo barulho aqui, brincando com uma garrafa pet. Eu espero que o vídeo não fique tão zoado, mas eu não quero parar, porque se eu parar ela de brincar, ela vai querer brincar comigo e não vou conseguir gravar. Tá, vou deixar aqui nos vídeos sugeridos. Caramba, vou deixar aqui nos vídeos sugeridos, galera. Tá, pra vocês verem. E assim que eu tiver com a casa mais organizada, eu filmo ela de novo aí pra vocês. Beleza, voltando aqui pro jogo, nós vamos fazer mais um desenvolvimento aqui do parte. Cara, eu vou ter que fazer ela parar, mano. Ela tá destruindo o bagulho. Pera aí, cara, eu já volto. Deixa eu pausar o vídeo aqui. Aí, beleza. Eu tirei o brinquedo dela, cara. Não tinha condições, tava incomodando demais aqui. E é lá o bagulho. E vamos fazer essa missão aqui, galera. A gente tem que reportar o que aconteceu aí na nossa última missão principal, que são os vídeos dos 75 até 80, galera. Durou vários episódios. Eu tinha falado já no episódio anterior sobre o desenvolvimento dessa missão. Ela foi bastante significativa aí pro jogo, né? Trouxe várias novidades e desenvolvimentos. É um saco, a gente tem que andar por um monte de lugar aqui até chegar. E a moral da história é que a gente está sendo invadido, galera, por, né, uma das ilhas circundantes a ENDERAL, galera, que é a ilha de Nehrin, que apareceu na expansão que os caras fizeram aqui para o The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion.
You know his demands. There's no basis for negotiation.
He has not seen what we have seen. The writings, the memories of the prophetess. If he just realized...
Torek would rather throw away his comb. That had been a mistake.
Shit.
Believe me,
What took you so long? And where is Constantine?
That's a long story.
Muito bem, agora ela vai contar toda a história ali. Vou fazer um resumo assim que não tiver mais falas por aqui, galera. Olha, estou sentado na mesa.
I can't believe it.
Yes.
Simply another victim of the High Ones. If we do not activate the beacon soon, he won't be the last.
Oh, right. The beacon. If it's activated, we'll simply glow the red madness away, won't we? Or maybe we could, for once in all this, do something that actually makes sense, and focus our resources on finding an alchemistical or thaumaturgical solution to this problem, rather than trusting in a pile of scrap metal.
Oh, by the prophet's ass, won't you just shut up for a minute? All day long you do nothing but babble, getting on our nerves, and nothing you ever say gets any closer to a fucking solution.
Eita.
So why don't you just shove off to one of the bathhouses? Go torture the washerwomen with your never-ending lamentations. That would be helpful for a change.
You will take that back.
The prophetess, will I? Come here and make me. I'd be delighted.
Blasphemy.
Guard your
This is
tongue,
blasphemy.
wild mage, or...
Or what? Are you gonna kill me? That's what you do best, you and your fucking order.
Silence! You are angry, Lishari Pegast, and I understand why. But in the moment you let that anger destroy this alliance, Firespark's sacrifice will have been in vain. Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
No. No, it isn't.
Good. I am tired of this endless bickering. We have a responsibility, and we will fulfill it.
Well said, Arantheal. And how exactly do you think we are going to do that? Without the sources, the beacon is as worthless as a heap of rusty iron.
Chroniclers are on it, and they will find the answer. Novice, tell Commander Aaron to join us. We need to plan the defense of the land. You, Prophetess, will speak to me as soon as you have recovered. Now, let us get to work.
Muito bem, mais um estágio, galera. Vou mostrar pra vocês aqui, ó.
Please, Tilo, Jorek is right. A war with Nehrin, this is madness.
I know that it is going to be tough. We have no choice. The beacon is all that we have.
Yes, the beacon, the beacon, the beacon. We don't even know what this thing does, let alone if it will work. If you start a war only because of that damn machine, it means putting the lives of thousands at risk, only because of some vague idea. This is ludicrous, Taylor. It's entirely irrational. The man I knew would never have acted like this.
Yes, because that man is dead. I've made decisions driven by fear and selfishness before, and they were always wrong. I will not let that happen again. Seriously, Natara, stop acting as if this were about reason. You're just afraid of making sacrifices for what you believe in. You always were.
Sacrifices? This is about your damn Taylor, nothing else.
Muito bem, galera. Não era muito importante, eles continuaram só brigando aqui. Acho que nada aqui, né? Vou mostrar pra vocês aqui rapidinho, ó. Ah, caramba. Aqui. Essa aqui é o continente, galera. Eu não sei o nome do continente, tá? É Vin, na verdade, ó. É o nome do continente. Tá? A gente tá aqui em ENDERAL, beleza? Onde tá se passando essa modificação. E a modificação para The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, galera, foi aqui em Nehrim. O que acontece é que os Nehrimeses estão vindo por mar para atacar ENDERAL, galera. E eles acreditam que fazendo isso eles estão cumprindo aí a profecia, né, que vai destruir o mundo, que vai fazer o cleansing, que é a purificação, enfim. E agora o nosso objetivo é falar com a Alixari. Puta merda. Entrou automático aqui, hein.
He didn't deserve this. It's just not fair. Someone is going to pay for it. I'll see to that. I have to talk to you as soon as possible. It's about the seal in that letter we found on the mercenaries in Old Rashengrad. I believe I'm onto something. Their client is from ENDERAL. From Ark, to be more precise. Let's not talk here, though. Meet me in the Dancing Nomad. I'll be in the first room upstairs, right at the end of the staircase. And hurry. Well, why do you think? Come to the Dancing Nomad after you've spoken with Arantheal. See you there.
Eu tenho que ver aqui o que eu vou decidir fazer nessa coisa aqui, galera. Deixa eu dar uma olhada aqui. Olha, eu tenho que encontrar a Taylor no Beacon. Eu posso fazer esse... Vamos fazer esse opcional aqui, galera. Eu só tenho que encontrar a desgraça da mulher agora. Beleza? Eu deveria ter deixado pra fazer isso no próximo vídeo, né? Pra não ficar tão longo, cara. Ver se a gente consegue fazer rapidinho aqui. Mas como eu tava falando pra vocês, então é isso, cara. É um bando de fanáticos, uma profecia aí louca que o mundo vai acabar. Bastante complexo. O que isso tem a ver? Ah, minha cadela de novo, cara. O que isso tem a ver, galera, com... O que isso tem a ver... Ela tá incomodando muito aí. O que isso tem a ver, galera, com a Red Maidens, etc. Ah, meu telefone. Cara, vou ter que parar, velho. Sem condições. Beleza, galera. Ah, meu Deus. Aí vocês vão entendendo como vai ficando complexo gravar os vídeos aqui. Olha só, tem 2 pontos de... Pois é, né? Que bizarro, cara. Ah, olha só.
Irrelevant. This madman, Koarek. He has completely reshuffled the cards. Now we not only have to deal with the High Ones, but also with him and his fanatics. However, there's also good news. You have probably seen it already. Physically, yes. And we also know how it works now, and how it can put an end to the cycle. It is easier than we thought. The beacon was constructed for one thing, to destroy the High Ones. Once reconstructed, infused with energy and activated, lit, as the Pyreans called it, it can banish the High Ones from this plane of existence. Immaterial, indeed. Essentially, they can be compared to the cold or to shadows. Omnipresent elements, yet we cannot touch them. Energy, if you will. However, there is a counterpart to each energy. Cold and fire, shadow and light. The High Ones and the beacon. Yes. Imagine a torch driving away the darkness in the moment it is ignited. This is what the beacon can do, except that the banishing will be permanent. Yes, as I said, it needs to be infused with energy before it can be lit. I take it you have noticed the 3 sockets on its base. They are what it draws its power from. Once they are filled, the beacon can be ignited and the High Ones will be undone, once and for all. At least, if the old writings are true. The only thing left for us to find out is what these energy sources are. But we are close. Give the Arcanists some more time and I will let you know if there's any news. In the meantime, get equipped accordingly. Some of the Neremes have landed already, and outbreaks of the Red Madness become more and more frequent as we speak. Well, it's only fair to tell you. You've always been honest to me, so I will do the same. Have you ever heard of the Night of the Thousand Fires? Between 8,192 and 8,202, there was an underground movement in Kira called the Red Half Moon. They were brought into being by a group of intellectuals and philosophers who, under all the freedom of thought Saldrine granted them, started questioning the reign of the Golden Queen, and thus the Lightborn themselves. Correct, just as my son did. But other than him, they fought like cowards. Terror, dust crystals planted in the marketplaces, and assassinations, you name it. If they killed innocents, they blamed the Golden Queen, and if they killed her soldiers, they celebrated themselves as liberators. However, they never succeeded in putting her down, and neither did she in destroying them, which is why the court turned to the Lightborn for help. A division of the Holy Order led by me, a young keeper of barely 30 winters. None to be taken seriously. You know, not everywhere is the Order as present as here on ENDERAL, or as it once was on Narim. In Kira, we were ridiculed. I saw the Kiranian keepers who served the Golden Queen. A bunch of decadent gluttons who had dedicated themselves to the court's banquets rather than to the will of the gods. They were pathetic. A moon after our arrival, we received an anonymous tip on where one of the half-moon's bases was supposed to be located, in a small coastal village. As we entered it, we were greeted by the township's elders, and the villagers themselves had gathered behind them. You should have seen how they stared at us, as if we were plunderers. I should have seen by then that something was wrong. That's what they wanted us to think, and they did a good job at that. A veiled person here, an archer on the rooftops there. I got nervous, because villagers are not, they bested us in numbers, and they had kettled us. Then a man seemed to charge at us, and I gave the order to draw weapons. It was just the spark they needed. No, not a fight. A massacre. The villagers had pitchforks and shepherd staffs, and we had shadow steel swords, let alone the fact that we were trained warriors. I realized that I had made a mistake a split second after it started, but it was too late by then. My men, they slaughtered them all, like pigs. At the end of the day, 300 people were dead, and only 10 of them were keepers. Well, what better proof of the Lightborn's cruelty is there than a division of keepers who, out of pure wickedness, slaughtered an entire village, women, children included. If the people had already distrusted us before that distrust had turned into hatred, then nothing could have changed that, not even the Golden Queen's heralds. We set sail back to ENDERAL a week later. 2 years after that, the Red Half-Moon destroyed itself due to infighting. Ironic, isn't it? Maybe. The Lightborn and the Grandmaster back at that time showed the compassion I wouldn't grant myself. But I learned one thing, and that is that I will never again let fears about my own life influence my decisions. What happened in Kira was the consequence of my own cowardice, and my unwillingness to give my life for a just cause. That will never happen again. What? Really? That's interesting. Provided this is true, that means that the emissaries aren't just people who fight the cleansing. They are people who fight for it too. And that also means that whoever granted us our powers and our purpose isn't an enemy of the High Ones, but a neutral party. I beg your pardon. What? And the same goes for me? That's ridiculous. They wanted to deceive you, to sow discord. I saw the threat the cleansing posed before anyone else did. And without me, we would have never come that far. Something changed inside me since I fled from my prison. I feel it. And it is the same thing that made you a part of all this. Now, enough of this.
Muito bem, galera. Nossa senhora. Extremamente demorada essa parte, galera. A modificação tem muitas falas, muitas explicações. Esse aqui é o beacon que eles estão construindo. Ó. Que interessante. Bom, galera, enfim. Tá, eu vou ficando por aqui. Próximo episódio. Aqui vai melhorar aqui. Próximo episódio a gente continua, galera, dá uma conferida aqui, tá aparecendo pra vocês aqui a playlist completa, vídeo anterior e inscrição no canal aí pra quem tá vendo o vídeo pela primeira vez. Galera, valeu por tudo, como sempre, desculpa o barulho de fundo, mas enfim, a gente se fala, até mais.